Welcome back to the GP podcast today with Stefan, aka Bazooka Bird, and myself, Mick, aka Van Mick. We're talking today about something very fresh and exciting. What impact will the new president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, have on gaming? And today, Stefan can start with interesting topics about himself.
All right. Hello, guys. Welcome back to our podcast. So this week or last week, my mother was coming yesterday. Did play some volleyball as always on Sunday and Monday I did play paddle. So quite active with sports. I also went into the ocean. Pretty cold but pretty nice. And in gaming I did some PvP, starting again to jump into PvP. Figure out I'm too bad at the moment, so still need to train a lot. And also leveled almost every character. And yeah, yesterday I finished my monk to level 80, equipped him with the owner gear as well. And yeah, that's it. This morning I went to the gym. And what's going on in your life, Michael? How is the internet connection in China?
Yeah, I'm currently in China for every user or viewer who was not there in the last podcast. But as you know, the Chinese internet and Wi-Fi is very restricted, very censored, everything. So even I have Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi is not the best, but I can use websites like Bing or something like that. So very, very trashy websites, but when it comes to the actual stuff you need in daily life, it's not possible to reach. So it's only possible with my mobile data, but the mobile data here is very expensive. So it's a double-edged sword. It's like teleporting yourself back into the past in 2001, where you had to pay for every minute on the internet. You know these times. So it's a little bit like that. Yeah. Other than that, I cannot game because most of the games are restricted here. You cannot access them. So I'm exploring. I was at the Great Wall this week. Was it this week? Yeah, I think. Oh, last weekend.
Yeah.
Great Wall of China, very impressive. That was very cool. Other than that, nothing special.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. How long you still sitting in China?
I will be here till Wednesday next week. That means today is Thursday.
6 days.
6 days.
Yeah.
That's
okay,
all right.
Awesome.
And then I thought about, because my iPhone is dying all the time, so it's very old, and the battery and stuff like that is not working anymore. I thought about it to buy it in China. And then I researched it in case of the differences to the US or to the European ones. And a couple things are restricted. For example, you cannot use FaceTime at all, the audio call FaceTime. So even if I buy it and my Apple account and stuff like that is European and blah, 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 it's not possible then. So you're buying a restricted iPhone and you don't know what else is on the iPhone, right? Because it's China. So yeah, that's not an option. So yeah, we'll see.
Crazy. All right. Let's jump into the topic, I would say.
Yeah, let's jump into the topic. First of all, congratulations from the GP team to the new and 47th president, Donald J. Trump, with his whole team. Deserved, well deserved. America voted, and a overwhelmingly support of the nation in a landslide. He defeated Kamala Harris. We are very excited for the future because he has a very nice team, and we dive a little bit into the topic: what could change with Donald J. Trump as president in gaming? What could affect gaming if he's president in the next 4 years now? So yeah. Do you want to start, Stefan, with the first question?
Sure. So my first question is, because of Elon Musk and his free speech, what do you think will change for the gaming industry, especially for US, about censorship and free speech in gaming?
I mean, that is probably the biggest point of this new elected president and all the cabinet and stuff like that coming with him. The main point was free speech, and I mean Elon Musk is backing him in this one. And Donald Trump is backing Elon Musk, so it's on both sides. So this will actually very huge. Also for gaming, because we saw very, I would say, a little bit more restricted games in case of what can you say in case of language. When I look back, for example, into 2010, for example, there were games like Far Cry 2 or 3 was coming out, and in those games the evil person, so the enemy, the boss, you had to hunt. When there were trailers about him, he was all the time talking really, really crazy shit like, "You motherfucker, you're something like I don't know, crazy slurs and something like that." So it makes him very authentic, right? Because gangsters and crazy people speak like that. They don't speak like very polite in a political way, right? And you don't have that anymore. So there could be a change, and maybe it will come back. I don't know if it's possible, but the boundaries are not anymore there, I think, in the future. So it could be possible that it's coming back. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see about that. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, like we already talked about it in, I don't know which podcast, I think the Badass Games podcast. And I think maybe there's an opportunity that maybe Badass Games coming back because of that as well. Because there's no censorship, there is free speech, you can do what you want. And also, for example, Elon Musk tweeted yesterday, "American is a nation of builders. Soon you will be free to build." So I think that doubled it down, like to say, like, I think there will be a time ahead where you can just do things what you want to do instead of thinking about, is this a problem, or you will be censorship or something like that. So yeah, I think that's a big moment for this industry to make again badass games.
Yeah, I think now is the time to, or not now, but next year when they come into power, is the time to show how they change things and not only speak. Because everyone can speak about things. We know
True.
Elon Musk is a guy of words, so he does those things actually. But we don't know actually how hard it is to bring in policies to change something into politics. He doesn't know, and we don't know. So yeah, but we will know next year because Elon Musk is very transparent about that and sharing everything on X then. So yeah, we will know about that for sure. Yeah. Donald Trump and Elon Musk, they were talking about regulation changes, and they want to deregulate a lot of stuff, so that it's easier to do a lot of stuff in the United States, right? Because it's easier to make business, to do a lot of stuff when you deregulate. What could that mean for gaming? Because there were a lot of things on the horizon where people were complaining. Also, like Asmongold, for example, were complaining about the loot box thing, where you gambling in games, stuff like that. What about data privacy, for example? Stuff like that. What do you think about this whole thing? Is that a good thing or a bad thing for gaming?
Well, we don't know yet what they're like actually are doing and how fast. But like I could imagine, like, because like Kennedy was saying, like he want make America healthy again. So maybe they are also doing something in this space, that they are like taking care that the gaming industry is safe for kids, that they are not gambling or something like that. I don't know yet, but I could imagine that maybe there something as well. But also can see that the regularity could be more easier to build something, like start company, do your thing, and then afterwards think about taxes and all this kind of, because they want to change a lot of about the taxes. So I think it could be more easier to make companies, start businesses, and doing stuff. But I'm can also think that it could be maybe that they're going and thinking about how to make a safer place for kids, maybe.
What is your opinion about this whole loot box thing, for example? Or not only loot boxes, all the things in gaming where it's a gacha or a gamble thing, you know? Like you're drawing packs in FIFA, for example, and drawing for players, spending money, because everything is like you have to invest money, but you don't know what you get, so it's gambling. So what is your personal opinion? Also in regards, for example, I don't know. You're an adult man, but what will happen when, for example, your children will play such things?
I think for adults, I think it's okay because in the end you are grown and have to know if you spend money or not. But for kids, I would say it should be not needed for the game to have fun and that the kids can play the game. Like, there should be no paywall to enjoy the game, or the main focus on the game is like opening card decks or opening boxes to get anything out, and that's like the main thing about the game to succeed or something like that. So I think maybe it would make sense to ban it. I don't know.
Would you ban it?
Now.
I mean, there's a lot of.
If you think it on a deep level, you should ban it.
Because it's not for kids.
It's not for kids, but it's also gambling. It's you get used to it. You're spending money for stuff which you should, like, it's gambling. In the end, you lose money more than you get. And it's an entry to maybe do also later something else.
Yeah, my opinion on this topic is I think it's fine to be in a game because adults can use it, right? But when it comes to kids, I think the way how you can spend money on games is way too easy. Because you only need the Apple account, and when a kid plays, it usually plays over the Apple account from the parents, for example. So, for example, I don't know, something spontaneous in my mind is when you want to spend money, you have to put in the ID number or something like that to confirm you're over 18 years old, you're an adult, and yeah, that it's a safe environment. Because when you go, for example, into a casino, you also have to show your ID, right? But when you do the casino in the games, it's the same principle, but you don't have to show your ID. So yeah, they have to restrict the way to spend money more.
Yeah, but like in that example, for example, the kid could go steal the pocket, look which number is on the ID card, remember it, and put it inside, and then they're like 18 plus.
Yeah, you have to. In the end, every child can go around every wall. You know, that is not the thing. The issue and the responsibility of the authorities is that you build enough walls in front of the payment that it is usually not that the child cannot go and pay something without a very, very high effort. And when it's going through the walls and taking this high effort, then it's the responsibility of the parents, obviously.
Sure, yeah. All right. So I have one question. What do you think about the future stuff like VR, AR? Do you think there will be a push because that's the future of gaming? That they're like America wants that America play a role in this kind of future?
I think in general, when you look at America now, the combination of Donald Trump and Elon Musk is a powerful combination in case of progress for the future, in case of technology especially. Um, I mean, look at the latest X posts on X from Donald Trump, for example. There was his family picture, and on the family picture was Elon Musk, for example. That is a that is a very huge statement. That means they're actually they grown very close, and Donald Trump will at all costs not throw stones in the way of Elon Musk. So if he develops stuff, then yeah, it will be very easy to go into the future with technology, and that also affects all the technology companies. So I think it's also for the tech companies, it's also a very, very huge step. And yeah, because of that, yeah, the way is cleared for all the crazy technology, and that means also for the technology in gaming. So could be possible that we see that a little bit earlier than expected. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. That especially like money like is going more into this direction. Maybe also it is easier to do several stuff of that. So, and like you already told, like I think America will be front running in tech like crazy the next 4 years.
Usually, yes, I would say so. Yeah, I think the world is.
Depends on the impact which Elon Musk has.
What do you mean with that?
For now, we don't know actually what impact Elon Musk will have. But if he has real big impact and he can say something which maybe goes in a direction that they will think about it to change something, then I think it will be crazy 4 years, because Elon Musk is, when he like creates companies, there's crazy stuff going on, and if he does the same thing in government stuff, that will be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Will be definitely interesting. Yeah, I think technology in general, crazy opportunity, and not forget. I mean, Elon Musk is the person who has the company with the chips in your brain. So that is also an opportunity we spoke about in one of the first podcasts with AI. Yeah, maybe this will develop way further very quickly, and then you can implement a chip and play video games through the chip. So maybe it's only, I don't know, 7 to 10 years away. So everything is possible in this kind of scenario.
In a kind of way, it's already like possible. Like he already played like CS:GO, I think, with the chip.
CSGO,
Yeah, so it always already was possible. So, but yeah, of course. Yeah. Do you have a next question?
yeah. Trump wants to bring Made in America back, right? So he told a lot of companies, I want you here, I want to support the American companies, and he wants to do tariffs on goods from other companies, right? What does that mean for gaming? When you look, for example, to companies like Activision Blizzard or something like that. Now Microsoft. What could change there? Because I think in general, when you look at Microsoft or Activision Blizzard, they're completely in the US, or mostly in the US, I would say, and don't have a lot of power from the outside. So what could that mean in case of competitiveness?
Mm, I don't know yet, like how many like companies from outside making money in America, and what could be changed because of the tariffs. But like for the companies in US, I think there will be like coming a lot of changes which give them opportunities to do something different or invest in something to get a lead on, or get funded from the government or something like that. So I think companies in US will doing great in the next 4 years, and companies outside of the US will to have pay a lot of tariffs, taxes on the sales they are making in America.
But do you think it affects video games as well? Would that make sense?
I think if in US is a company which have a direct enemy in a different country, then I think it will affect the other company outside of US. Yes.
So you think specifically for gaming, it would affect other gaming companies outside of the US?
If they're like, I don't know, for example, I don't know, Nintendo is in Japan, right?
Yep.
So would not come anywhere, but like in US, same company like Nintendo is starting doing similar games and making as much as Nintendo. I think Donald Trump would be then doing something for the US company. Yes.
Yeah, this will be definitely interesting when you think about it. Maybe there are I I don't know, but maybe there are US gaming companies who have a lot of employees outside of America. Could be possible. And when something like that is there, and he wants to build companies in America and have actually employees in America and from America, when something like this happens and he introduces policies like that, for example, that you have to pay more tax when you have more employees from outside of America, for example, something like that, then that could also draw smaller companies out of America. That could also be a other thing, because they, for example, when they stay in America, they had to pay developer or programmer from inside America. They cannot pay it, so that could be other thing. So if companies have to adapt to that, and they are smaller studios, gaming studios, for example, maybe it takes a little bit more time, and maybe when they're developing something at the moment, maybe something will get delayed or something like that. But this is only a small possibility.
Yeah.
But in general, I I cannot see that for example, that he puts tariffs on video games or something like that. I cannot see that, because I don't think it does make sense, because also as a gamer, you have so many opportunities to buy a game in another country, or I don't know, online. You have so much opportunities online.
Yeah. Yeah. I would also say I cannot see it, because there are several companies which are like really big, where you would think about it, but like there is no other side to them. Like, so Nintendo is Nintendo, and there's not a second Nintendo somewhere. So that's why it doesn't make sense. But yeah. But I think if there would be something similar, I could imagine that Donald Trump would do something. Yeah.
If it would be big enough, that's the only thing which would have been given, that he does something, but he does not care about a market with, I don't know, 1 billion or something like that. That's not so impactful. Yeah, what's your
Yes.
next question?
My next question is, would you start a gaming company in US at the moment because Donald Trump did win?
Probably not. I think when I think about it logically and in case of numbers as well, the gaming market is very global, and it's very globally, when it comes to prices, pricing of games and stuff like that. So it's the gaming market in general is very global. What in kind of that. So when you go to the US and when you open a company in the US, then you have to pay the employees in the US. That means the employees are crazy expensive because the US in general has one of the highest salaries at all. But on the flip side, you also have the global market with the game, so you cannot price your game way higher than other companies outside of the US because it's not competitive then anymore. So for me in general, I think it doesn't make sense in case of numbers to start a gaming studio in the US. That would make sense actually, I think, because when you can go, for example, to, I don't know, Cyprus is a gaming hub, for example, or go to other countries, you will find programmers everywhere, and then you pay maybe a quarter or half of the price for employees, compared to the US. So yeah, when you have the option, I don't think it's a good idea. But maybe you have other argument to open a company in the US.
Like like at the moment, I would not create a company in the US. But if things going nice in the US and Elon, Donald Trump, and the other one all doing that what I have in mind, America is interesting maybe to live in. So, and if I would live in America, I would maybe also have the company in America. So that's the thing to go, but it depends on if the road will go in the right direction or not. So, yeah, let's see that. But I could imagine then to create a company and also maybe live there.
Creating a company in general, that is not an issue. It was specifically for gaming, because when you develop games, for example, probably makes not much sense. But when you have a company for, I don't know, for consulting or something like that, then it makes sense because you can also charge way more money in the US. So it's the same game then again. And the LLC in general is not bad if you use it globally in general as well. So LLC is a good option.
True, yeah.
Yeah. So that is sure, that makes sense. But when we're talking about America, what do you think in general? What is now more attractive, and where do you think is it heading?
I think the most attractive thing about America is now like Elon Musk. Because like
Elon Musk fanboy.
he changed the game. I'm a fanboy of Elon Musk. Because he's honest, he saved our fucking world with free speech on X. Without X, Donald Trump would not win, for sure, in my opinion. So he has a huge impact, not only with his platform X, also with all his other companies. And he cares really about humanity. And that's why I think if one of these guys like Elon Musk is going now into the government. Like same thing, he went to Twitter, left 80% of the employees, and the company was running better than before. And if he is doing the same with a government, which he should, because the spending is too crazy, and like the regulatory stuff is too crazy. Like same with Germany. If you create a company in Germany, it's hell. Like you don't want to create a company in Germany. And then even the management of these German companies are like crazy, and the tax stuff in Germany is crazy. So if he get rid of all this unnecessary stuff, which you don't need, it's just like bullshit, most of the stuff there. Life is easier. People have more money. The government has more money. And I think that's the nice thing. What I can see is like a government is treated like a company. And that should be like the goal. If people are doing wrong or bad, kick them out. And if people are hurting other people, go to prison. It is easy like that. And hopefully they will do that. Hopefully Elon Musk has a huge impact on that. And if he has, it will be a nice fucking future. Like, for example, like, yeah, I was never ever before in politics, like this crazy, like never. Even my girlfriend said like, stop using Twitter, you're too crazy, what are you telling, and all this kind of stuff. So I was never ever so into politics, but the world went too crazy with all this woke stuff and stupid things. And yesterday was a release. I felt so like I was hyped. I felt like a lot of stones from my shoulder was gone away and all this stuff. So I have again like a vision, like it will be nice. Woke stuff will end. Bye bye to all woke stuff. I don't like you. So yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking.
Yeah, I can agree. Yeah, the future looks bright actually. We will see where it's heading, and America is very attractive. Hopefully, in the next 4 years, they will clean a lot of stuff up, and America will bloom again. Because for example, I think I visited America in 2017 or something like that, 17 or 18, something like that. And America there was still a very nice America. But when you saw all the crazy stuff happening in the last couple of years, last 4 years probably, yeah, it got poisoned. And when you're poisoned, you have to go to a doctor, and something has to change. Your whole life has to change, and then you can get healthy again. And that's what America has to go through now. And then it's very attractive again, yeah. Yes. Do you have other questions to the topic in case of gaming?
No, I don't have any further questions. I would say no.
Okay. I think we discussed that a little bit before. Will woke games die? I don't think they will die quick, because probably a couple of them are in development at the moment. So we will have a couple launches still, but I think it will be turned down a little bit. In the future, it will not be a focus anymore, because these days, when you look at the launch of video games, these days, every video game is coming with political correctness, and the main focus of every game and everything you develop is to not offend anyone. And I think this will probably change in the next 4 years.
But yeah, I think there will come a big change. I think Elon is against wokeness, so couldn't agree more to all what he is saying. And I like watching now, like, the meltdowns. Everyone is crying and going crazy. But let me tell you something. If you're not on the X platform and not looking for all the information what are on the internet, and only are you like in your bubble, go to X, registrate, and watch what is really happening in the world, that you have a real, honest mind about stuff in the world. Because like all the news on the television, all this kind of stuff are like garbage. They are only like telling fake news, like Donald Trump also like to say. They are all fake news. And I see it even in my parents. Like yesterday, we grabbed my mother of the airport, and I went with a friend, and he grabbed his uncle and his aunt. And we told them, yeah, Trump was winning, and we went happy. And the other were watching TV, said like, oh no. But of course, they don't see all the information in about Donald Trump. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the future again.
They only see what the left is telling you through the media, because the only thing is what you have to do in life in general is look behind the curtain where the money flows, and then you know what kind of opinion are behind things who are told. Only look behind the curtain and research a little bit where comes the money from. That's all I can say.
Yep.
Then you can reveal everything.
Yeah. Even my girlfriend said yesterday it's good that Donald Trump wins, because she followed on Instagram one girl, and she explained why she was voting for Trump. And then she asked me, is this like a real thing that like people get robbed and stolen money and like all the crazy stuff which was going on in the US? And I said, yeah, that's all true. And then she was saying like, good that he wins. And say, yeah,
it's the only option, because it's the government is, like you said, a company. If the company is not good, you have to fire people, and the chiefs of the company USA in the last 4 years fucked up, so you have to change something. Yeah. Do you have anything else?
La, 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 la. Michael's internet connection is going crazy. I can't hear him anymore. So, yeah, guys, if you're going to China, be prepared that you need a lot of mobile Wi-Fi, and that you will most likely have problems if you're doing podcasts. Seems like. Let's see. Oh, no. Funny, it's even my internet now. Holy moly. Interesting. So now my internet went crazy. Ah, boy. That podcast series is also awesome. We need one.
Hello.
Let's see, are we back?
We are
back, guys.
Nice.
Sorry for that problem. Oh, guys. Internet connection these days are sometimes so problematic. But I have to tell you, the best internet so far I have in Asia. So if you go to Asia, you will have a great time there. Because the internet connection is great there. And here the internet is garbage. Let's see if I can connect to my mobile phone. And see if we can get Michael back into the studio. Michael, can you hear me again? Hello. Michael?
Hello.
Test. So funny. Best podcast series in our life so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Even now,
your voice is weird.
My voice is weird.
It sounds like a robot.
Really?
Like crazy. Yeah?
Okay, but actually it should be working.
Maybe it's only Discord. Could be your recording. Could be same.
Okay, wait. I disconnect and join again. Is it better now?
Same.
Okay, weird.
But yeah. Let's finish the podcast.
Yeah, my internet connection was gone. So, yeah, finish the podcast. Sorry, guys, for the problems in the end. What not planned, but yeah. Future looks bright. Let's see if they also do the action and not just telling words out of her mouth. So, Michael, you can end the podcast.
Yeah. So now we know gaming could be changed a little bit through Trump in case of bring more badass video games, bring more raw games, and bring back the old uncensored stuff. And yeah, if you're still watching to this point, please give this video a like and follow our channel. We have an application in the App Store and Google Play Store if you are looking for teammates in gaming. And yeah, I would say that's a wrap. The last words are yours, Stefan.
All right, thank you guys for your time, and like Michael said, like the video, subscribe to our channel, write down us comments about your stuff, what is going on in your life, and what do you think about Donald Trump, and we see us in the next podcast as always, and bye bye guys, have a great week.
Bye bye.